Capricorn, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-May 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Capricorn collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for the Cappies in mid-May? What energies, messages, insight can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to start you off real quick with this first oracle card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Cappy mid-May. What's the vibe? What's the energy? And yeah, I'm still using this Alice in Wonderland oracle with the interesting imagery. It's been giving a nice depth of oracle message here. Now, I love my other deck. I used it for years. So I feel like this is pretty refreshing. It's given us a lot of different insights and things to look at. Okay, never jammed today. I like this. I think the imagery of it's really nice, but this can also represent like not overcomplicating something. That's initially what I'm feeling off of this right now. With a deck like this, we're not always just going off of the imagery. We go with the word, we go with the energy, the vibe. It's very intuitive. But to me, when I say it, I mean, there could be some overindulgence. So it's like comfort eating or doing things that make you feel comfy. Before we fully dive into it though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the May subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about it. So again, yeah, she has all these different treats around. So for some reason, it's like I'm keeping myself comfortable, or I'm staying comfortable. It's like eating comfort food, or it's like self-soothing. That's initially what I think of this. But then there's also this vibe of like, don't jam yourself up. Keep things very simple, keep things very streamlined. So regardless of whatever situations you may or may not be going through, Spirit could be saying like, you know what, don't overcomplicate it, keep it simple, right? Like use what you know works. So I feel like this is a decent card. You see what I mean about the messages? They have a different vibe to them. So both of those messages could hit. It could be one, it could be none. You just take it however. But there's also like this self-soothing comfort to it as well, which could be really nice, but we're just going to leave it at that. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say the first card here doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. Shuffle it up one time here for my Cappies. What's happening, my guide, spirit team? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. Very, very powerful energy surrounding the Capricorns. Tons of karmic energy. There was a lot of transformation, lots of cycles. The reading was titled Big Karmic Endings. So to me, it felt like a couple different things. For some Capricorns, there could be a situation in particular, or various situations that are like coming to a head or culminating in some sort of way. Now, again, it could be a lot of different areas of life, but the cycle felt okay for the most part, but I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you are going through some major changes. But we're going to see what shows up for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So we take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for the Cappies. What do we got in mid-May, please? Okay, 6 of Swords. All right, yeah, and this kind of fits that similar theme about like streamlining. Keep it simple. I don't know why that's coming through so strong for you this week. But I like the 6 of Swords in the first position. I mean, it's an energy. It's like, yeah, I'm moving forward with this. We'll see what this is, but it's an energy. It's like, yeah, I'm moving in this direction. This feels right. Let's get a couple more. I mean, that could be great for like travel, vacation as well. Okay, we have Temperance. That's an energy that's at peace. So whether it's like coming to grips with something or recognizing something for what it is, it's very protected as well. I do like Temperance, but in the rough sense, it could also be like a little bump in the road. Let's get one more here. What do we have? What do we have for the Cappies, please? Thank you. All right, Magician, powerful. So the universal energy is still here for you, my friends. We have the Magician right here on the back end. You got lots of major arcana here to work with. So we're definitely going to need to see what these energies have for us. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, I was speaking as the cards were coming out a little bit. I feel like the energy, I'm optimistic about it. It doesn't feel like out of hand. It doesn't feel like wild. So for some of you, you might have a certain peace to yourself. It's like stoic. The energy I'm picking up off of this feels like pretty stoic and realistic, if that makes sense. You have very strong major arcana here, which represent big threads, big themes that you might be living through right now. Very tied in and tapped into the spiritual and universal. So again, there could be things affecting the big picture of your journey here. So the mixture of elements, though, I mean, it could be a little combustible. We have air, we have fire right here. Even though Michael the Archangel looks calm, he is of the fire element, that's Sagittarius. So this could be about forward movement, forward progress, but sometimes it could be a little unpredictable. And then we have the Magician, that's master of all elements. So we have a nice little mixed bag, but something about it does feel like chill or accepting. It just feels very like streamlined, straightforward. So let's go through each one piece by piece and really start to build it out. So position number one, Six of Swords. Again, I love to start a reading with an action card, and this is an action card. To me, it's generally a card of improvement, things getting better, turning positives into negatives, coming out of choppy waters into calm. And again, it's like I'm making moves here. So it does tie into distance travel. For some of you, it could be a great time to get away for a little bit when this card shows up. There are downsides to it. It's not all positive, but generally to me, I think of action and I think of forward movement. So normally it's really nice. But in the challenge, sometimes it represents someone or something that's like fleeing, running away, ignoring something, right? Or this could even represent, in its more extreme sense, somebody where you feel like they're not doing things the way they should be, or they're just not doing it by the book. They're not doing it right for whatever reason. So we'll see what's up with it. Initially, I feel okay, but we're going to have to see what this action's really about. And then obviously, since it's tied into the air element, that could represent the mind, that could represent communication. There is this soothing type of energy that we've been getting since the Oracle card that's still here. Because as we press forward, we move to the Temperance card. Now, this is really, really nice for a portion of you. Maybe you have some Saggy placements. Maybe you're connected to Sagittarius. But you see Archangel Michael there. He's the defender, right? So to me, it's a huge card of spiritual protection. So for some of you, maybe you need that reassurance. Like, listen, Spirit's with you. They got your back. This could be a very specific spirit team person, or it could just be in general. It does feel very angelic and light. So this is nice. It's an insulation. So it's like they are with you through this time, which is really nice and reassuring. It's a card of patience. So there could be certain situations where it's like, all right, let's wait and see. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this shakes out. So when we have the Six of Swords moving into this, it's like either I'm at peace with something, I'm accepting something, it is what it is. It's like I'm not fighting against the current. So again, for some Capricorns in this time, that might be advice. If Spirit's saying like, all right, something's giving you a little too much pushback, maybe you just need to release the pressure a little bit and just see what it does, because this is a passive approach. Now, the challenge of this card, before we even get to the Magician, sometimes it could represent delays, sometimes it could represent things that are, you know, getting in our way, like roadblocks, things that are not ideal, because the energy, we're moving and then it gets gunked up here. It's like stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. So we're definitely going to want to look into this further to see if it's a situation or a problem. And a big thing I always say about Temperance, notice how he has the two cups and he's pouring water. This does represent alchemy. So there could be certain situations that might seem like not much has really happened, but under the surface, there's a big pressure building. Now, as we get to the back end, we have the Magician. Beautiful. Love it. This is a huge card of manifesting, manifestations. I always take it as a positive. It's tied into that beautiful universal karmic energy here as well. There are other archetypes that we do connect with the Magician. Since he is master of all elements, it can represent control. So it's intriguing to me that we have this energy here where there's like an acceptance, or just keep it simple, keep things streamlined. If something's too much pressure or resistance, let it go. So it could be like a little bit of a balance here where it's like, all right, do I do nothing, or do I take control here? Do I let it drift and float, or do I grab the reins and direct the ship? So there could be various situations that you're back and forth about that. But generally, to me, the Magician, I think it's beautiful. It really is. I think it's a card of like bringing things to you magnetically. So whether it's situations or people. So it's like we do have this vibe here where the energy, it's like, it is what it is. I attract, I don't chase. So I like how it's looking so far, but we're going to have to dig deeper into all this action. My beautiful Capricorn friends, let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. What do we got? My Cappies, please. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on the Six of Swords, please. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Cappy, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right. Let's see what the Six of Swords is about. Why is it here? Here. Yeah, I mean, this feels okay to me. We have the Nine of Cups in the upright. That's a card of wish fulfillment. It's happiness. It's like, all right, yeah, oh, this is going smooth. This is going good. So it's like we haven't reached the friction point yet, which I am predicting it's going to happen when we get to Temperance for some reason. Now, the Nine of Cups is just very welcoming. So when I see it underneath the Six of Swords, of course, this could represent wins and victories and making big progress, leaps and gains. So there is a beautiful forward momentum here. But it's also being open to experience as well, where it's like, you know what, I'll take it as it comes. Whatever happens, happens. Like, so there is this, I don't want to say resignation, but to me, it's more like, I'm just going to let it flow. Like there's a nice energy of flow here up in the front. The Nine of Cups, it's just welcoming whatever comes its way, whether that be good, bad, or indifferent. It's like, okay, bring it on. I'm just taking life as it comes. So this could be like a very free, liberating type of energy. Like it doesn't feel super pressurized. So initially to me, right here on the front end, the energy looks fantastic. We do need to see how it plays out moving forward. If you've been having issues or tough things going on, this could easily just represent things starting to loosen up for you or getting into that state of flow. So I like how it feels. The energy is very beneficial. You might have some really good things coming in, but let's go in on Temperance. We're not going to overcomplicate it. We'll keep it very simple since it's our start point. But yeah, for sure, with the Six of Swords, Nine of Cups, there could be a big win or victory coming in already, where it's like, okay, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Now we're making progress. So let's see what's up with Temperance. See if that gets slowed up at all. So why is Temperance here for my Capricorn friends, please? What do we got for the Cappies with Temperance? Thank you. Yeah, all right. So we have the Ace of Wands in reverse underneath it. So to me, I don't feel like this is destructive. I don't feel like this is the worst case scenario, but it's not ideal, if that makes sense. It's like, all right, I could work with it. I wish it would be a little better. I wish it could run a little smoother. Now, this can also represent Spirit just saying, listen, there might be a situation or something you're dealing with where there's not much you can really do about it right now. And that's a frustrating thing from time to time. Like if there's a situation, we want to make action, we want to fix it, we want to tweak it. So when I see Temperance with the Ace of Wands in reverse, it's like, no. I've seen this for a couple people this week in particular, where the best route could be a low pressure. Like just let it do what it does. Let the energy unfold how it needs to. Like don't pressure it. Don't force it. Definitely don't force anything in this time, because you will get the better results by just letting something go in its natural flow state. That's how it feels to me. Now, the Ace of Wands, let's talk about it. Very fiery. In the reverse, it could represent feeling tired. So when I see it under Temperance, there could be certain situations where it's like, I don't know if I have the patience for this, or it's like zapping your energy. So if that's the case, we did speak about like refreshing and recuperating your energy. If there's someone or something that's just like draining you, maybe you need a little break, right? Like maybe you just need to release your foot off the gas pedal for a minute, because Spirit could be saying like, listen, you need a little rest here. You can't like run at full speed forever. So it's interesting the way the energy shows up. I don't necessarily feel like this is a problem, but it's like a slight drawback. So it's like we got really good energy, and then, yeah, that's not ideal. That's like 2 steps forward, a half a step back. So we're going to keep moving. We'll see what the manifestation is here on the back end. But again, I feel like the overarching theme is that of like just either acceptance or just not forcing something, letting it do what it does. That's just how it feels to me. So let's see what's up with the Magician. And we'll do a quick recap before we get into the Shadow card. So why is the Magician here? Quick, super quick. All All right, something you've been waiting on for quite a while could definitely surface, or you might start seeing signs, synchronicities, and omens about it. That's initially what I'm feeling here. Usually I get messages like that when I get the Four of Wands. So when we go from like the Ace to the 3, this feels like the 1111 card, especially tied into all this spirituality. So I feel for a lot of Capricorns, there could be something, whether you've been consciously creating it and manifesting it, or subconsciously, it's like, all right, I've wanted this for a long time, but now it's almost here. Now it's coming soon. So again, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of Capricorn, something you've been manifesting for a while, actually does surface and actually does come through. This is a massive manifestation coming in. But I also feel like they're very closely tied in to the signs and synchronicities from spirit. So if you haven't been receiving any, if you're not really tuned into stuff like that, just keep your wits about you, because spirit could be either trying to give you a heads up like, hey, Capricorn, this is coming. Either this situation, this person, something's coming your way, so get ready for it. I do feel like there's big omens here. Do they feel bad? No. But another interesting thing, these are both cards of manifesting. 3 of Wands, it's something that's almost there. It's in a holding pattern. So it fits the theme of what we see here in the front, where we want to get into a place and a space of creation, of like, you know what, if this is what I want, I will bring it to me. If I don't need to force it, I don't need to pressure it, whatever I want comes to me. I let the energy flow inward. That's how it feels. So again, we have beautiful manifestation energy here. We have tons of like omens and synchronicities. So definitely watch your dreams, watch the number signs, because there could be added depth and meaning, and spirit could be trying to give you a heads up. So I like it. So let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, the energy feels low pressure. So if you're in a pressure pot situation right now, spirit could just be asking you to release some pressure. But position number 1, we have great energy moving your way, and it kind of does read like a storybook, because this energy starts here and works its way over. The 6 of Swords and the 9 of Cups, this is like beautiful wish fulfillment, wins, victories, whatever we want to call it. But it's also very open and receptive to just letting something flow and unfold how it needs to unfold. Moving to the center, we have Temperance with the Ace of Wands in reverse. Some of you, yeah, you might be a little drained by something, a situation. Maybe you're energetically a little down. Now's a great time to recharge those batteries, but it's also the same little theme we've been getting about not pressuring, not pushing. Let something just do what it does. Like, be an observer. That's kind of how it feels, like observe and attract. Moving to the back end, we have the Magician with the 3 of Wands. So something big's coming in. Something big's coming your way, like something you've been wanting, or a manifestation. It's about to surface very soon. And just definitely watch the signs, synchronicities, and omens, because those could be cranked up in this time. So I feel hopeful for this reading. So please take a screenshot. You can look into that further. Let's see what's in the shadows. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end, just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. So let's get you one. And if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going here. What do we got for the Cappies? Thank you. Okay. 7 of Swords. I've been getting this card quite often for a lot of people in the shadows. Now, this is a card that should be on high alert normally. Okay, for some Capricorns, you may have like some trust issues surrounding a person or a situation, like, oh, there might be more I don't know. Is there more I'm not seeing? So when I see this in the shadows, there could be something that's like triggering your intuition to look deeper into things. That's initially what I'm picking up here. Now, again, for some of you, if you've been done wrong in the past and we see the 7 of Swords in the shadows, yeah, that energy sticks for a while. You know, these are energies that aren't easy to work through. But also, this is an energy that belongs in the shadows. It's common to see this in the shadow portion of a spread. Now, does this mean that you need to be super extra vigilant and be on guard all the time? No, but there is this link within the reading where it's like, don't pressure, but observe. They're like, there's just something here where spirit wants you to observe something. So that's how this is reading to me. So we're going to put that 7 of Swords down right there, Cappy. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the May subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation, you could book a personal reading with me at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. You could go check out my digital calendar for availability. But for the May subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of the most beautiful new decks out there, the Stained Glass Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the zodiac signs, which one is your favorite? Not your sign. Which one do you work best with? Which flows with your energy? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.